Hi guys, welcome to this video about Amazon stocks, and if it's a good idea to buy or sell now. Of course, I won't give you a clear advice, but I will give you a lot of hints about that. I'm not a professional financial advisor, so I'm just a guy with a lot of experience, and this is what I have found. So I recently, I'm a Amazon seller. I have a couple of products on Amazon which I'm selling. Not so much, but it's just a little bit of fun. It's not really income, but it's always good to keep in touch and see what's going on, how it is working, and so on. And recently I have found out that the shipping cost of my listing is really high. It's about $5, and I thought, yeah, okay, the shipping is quite high. I mean, it has gone up with USPS, but for my taste, it was a little bit too high, and I wanted to adjust it a little bit down. And I went to the online site, but I haven't found anything how to change. I mean, there has been I have been looking for instructions on Amazon support and on other sites, and there are descriptions, but they didn't match to what I have found in my settings. So I wrote an email to Amazon support, the seller support, and this is some of the emails which I got from them, and this is really shocking. If you want to read the whole thing, I'm not going to read the whole text. You can pause if you like to read, but it is about at the level of I don't know, second second degree, or I mean, this is this is horrible. I mean, Amazon is a company with about more than 500,000 employees. They have really good people, of course, but they seem to have absolutely unprofessional people, some kind of strange structures. This is obviously, when you read the English, you can see it's definitely not an American. It's not somebody from UK. It's not even an immigrant. I mean, even I, who has really bad English, I mean, I would never write something like this. I mean, not even when I'm fully drunk. This is crazy. Absolutely, this is embarrassing and shocking. If you read these sentences, it's almost impossible to understand a single sentence. And when you keep going, I mean, there's obviously some feedback. You probably can answer, yeah, I'm satisfied, not satisfied, or something like that. It's only in Chinese. Most of the things are Chinese and English, but not everything. It's absolutely shocking. For some reason, they sent this not only to India. I mean, sometimes I'm really struggling with Indian guys, but at least it's mostly the spoken English from where I'm struggling with them when they write something, so I don't have any problem. But this is definitely from China. It looks like maybe it went the price in India went up, so they moved the whole support to China, or I don't know. So this is just terrible. I mean, this is one of the things which concern me, like, or would concern me as an investor, if I would have stocks and I would get a feedback like this. I mean, there are sellers, really big sellers, on Amazon, and if I would get something like this, an answer, and that's not the first answer, that's the third answer, and the two first answers have been absolutely unclear. I mean, like this. And if I would be a big seller and I would not have to care where I sell. I mean, let's say I have good products, I have my millions, so why would I want to deal with such emails? There are probably other possibilities to sell. I mean, Amazon is a big deal, but if I get something like that, I will think about that. Yeah. So I mean, that's the page which explains everything about shipping rates and restrictions, and either it's outdated or not clear, or I'm simply too dumb to understand. I don't know. This is absolutely, yeah, it's outdated, confusing, not right, whatever. Yeah. So I have been thinking what's going on with Amazon. How is it with competition? I mean, then I was looking for really good, like trendy products. There are always some bestsellers, and this is a new bestseller. Looks like it's not only available from Costway but other brands, but these are the same chairs, and I've been looking for the best price, and you'll find it around $140 to $150 on Amazon. And then I was looking on other sites, and I found this on chat.com. Unfortunately, I don't have the web page, but it's chat.com. And yeah, I know that they have been trying to compete with Amazon. They started a couple of years ago, invested a lot of billions of dollars and tried to compete, but I think they are still nowhere. And I've always been comparing prices, and chat.com has always been higher, and this time I have found a lot of cheaper prices, like this one, 144. It's actually perfectly same or very similar product. I don't think there is any real difference except a little bit of the style. This is definitely cheaper. It's not much, but it's cheaper. I have been comparing other products or other designs of these chairs, and most of them are cheaper on chat.com. And it's not only because of their reduced service, something like that. They also include in this price free return. Of course, you can get rid of, you can opt out for a small price, which is obviously not worth it. So, but there are already free returns included, and you don't have to pay for Amazon Prime, which is about, I think, $110 a year. Yeah. So think about that. There is definitely competition around these days. Yeah, of course, when you look at these products, they have, there is one review, and when you look usually on Amazon, I don't have the reviews for this chair, but there are probably a dozen or maybe even 100. Here we have one. So, you cannot compare the review system, especially the review system on Amazon is really, really good, and they have been trying to get rid of fake reviews a lot. They have been blocking a lot of fake reviewers, and so it's really, really hard. I worked with a lot of sellers from China, and yeah, they have been telling me that it's super hard to do anything. They are all constantly looking for good reviews, and I have to tell them I can't do that. I wouldn't do good reviews for something which is not good anyway. A couple of years ago it was possible to post reviews, but I only did good reviews when the products were good, and when they're not have been good, I didn't post it at all. So but yeah, they have a good review system. It's way better than eBay and those things, and the quality of the products are usually really good, returns are easy, at least within 30 days. And so it's hard to compete with Amazon, of course, but I mean, over time, I mean, Amazon has been number one for quite some time, and when you look into different, like different fields, like Google search, it's same thing. They have been number one, but I don't know how long they will be number one. At a certain point, somebody will come out with something better browser, better search engine. It's tough, but it will happen. That's for sure. I mean, there's always a hype cycle, and companies, they start small. They are really good. They have a good crew. They have good stuff, and over time they're getting bigger and bigger. And the management of these companies, they got big and fat and slow, and they just care for their own structures, for their own job, and usually over time they go down, they get slower. Yeah, for example, see Microsoft. Microsoft has gone down a lot. I mean, they try to recover, but it's really hard. I mean, also check Apple. I mean, they are selling still a lot, but it's only because a lot of people just buy Apple, no matter how good or bad the product is. But that won't last forever. They just have one big product. And if a Chinese company comes out with something really huge, like foldable mobile phone, they will be out of the market like nothing. So that's another stock which is really I mean, at risk, I would say. So Amazon has been number one for a long time, and probably for too long time. And as you see, I mean, of course it's not possible to just write an app and compete Amazon. I mean, Amazon, they have their contracts, they have their distribution centers, they have so many things, and to compete with that, it's really tough. But at some point, I'm pretty sure somebody will find something which will replace the whole structure. I mean, there is like the blockchain, and somebody could build something based on the blockchain, which is totally a revolution in online selling, online marketing, or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure in 10 years Amazon will definitely not be number one anymore. And I mean, they are facing challenges, like legal challenges, when they get too big. I mean, the governments don't like when companies get too big. Then they could face some problems as well. So here again, yeah, we are at this checkout, looking good. You see, shipping free. I will definitely give it a try. Yeah, not I'm not too far away to order products from chat.com. I've never ordered something, but when I see this, that doesn't look too bad. And let's say, I mean, the distribution, yeah, when we come to the next page, you'll see US Postal Service's price hikes could hurt Amazon earnings. That was December 5th, last year, and it really happened. Like about 1 month later, or 1.5 months later, really USPS raised their prices, and a lot. And not only this, I mean, it's also FedEx and UPS. With so low unemployment rates, their minimum wages are going up, or let's say their average wages will have to go up, and that will hurt these big companies. And I think at some point somebody will start to use different distribution ways, like Uber or something like that. where you can probably drive the price of delivery way down, or you can use drones, or yeah, whatever. So, and this is something I've been looking into the stock price, of course, of Amazon. And yeah, when I was looking into that, what I found, this looks really like the standard hype cycle of any hyped stock or whatever. I mean, if you look into that, that's the more or less standard hype cycle with the yeah, takeoff and enthusiasm and greed and everything, and goes down, and bull trap, fear, capitulation, and so on. And that looks really similar. Of course, it's not only with Amazon, it's with a lot of stocks which have been going up like in the last couple of years, just with a lot of other stocks. But yeah, I mean, this is also some indication that it was just a hype. I mean, earnings have gone up from Amazon. Amazon does not only have the selling, I mean, they have a lot of earnings from online services, online storage. They are one of the biggest cloud service providers, but also cloud, it will change over time. I mean, there's a lot of competition around, and especially with the blockchain. Here you have to trust. When you use Amazon Cloud, you have to trust Amazon. If you're using blockchain cloud, there is nobody to trust, more or less. You usually, I mean, you have to trust the blockchain, that nobody will attack the blockchain with. But the only thing is usually when the decryption is weak, but that shouldn't happen, not even with Bitcoin, which is 10 years old, and it could be upgraded anyway. And there are way better encrypted blockchains around, and the only real fear these days is the 51% attack. Apart from that, it should be pretty much pretty safe, and you don't have to face censorship or whatever. And here with Amazon, you never know. I mean, if Amazon would have if somebody found out that all the stored data from customer have been leaked or hacked or something like that, it could go down with Amazon stocks incredibly. So I mean, personally, I don't give any recommendation for you. I'm not telling to sell or buy, but me personally, I would definitely not invest at the moment in Amazon, and rather sell at the moment. But it's just my personal opinion, and it doesn't have to be the truth. I mean, it could still go up from here, but it will be hard. It will be really hard if you are one of the largest companies in the world, and then from here try to grow even more. That's a tough thing, and most of the companies have been struggling at this position. And yeah, you never know. I mean, and the owner, I mean, Jeff Bezos, he is struggling personally. He has also his space enterprise, which I don't see it too successful. So maybe he could be forced to sell some of his stocks to finance this spaceship thing. Anyway, so I mean, that was about my experience, my current thinking. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.